Yes, Tao Te Ching and translations of it. I would recommend this Stephen Mitchell translation. It's quite small and it's quite simple, but it's excellent. A best friend gave it to me, and I try to open it up at least once a week and just take in a little bit of the wisdom of the Tao. But if you already know something about the Tao Te Ching, let me recommend the second most important book in Taoism, because the development of Taoism, like any other religion, was a long time. And so this is the Taoist classic Shung named after the writer, and this is from the 4th century BCE, and it usually includes the commentaries from the 3rd century thinker Ku Hsiang. And this further develops the thoughts that you find from Lao Tzu in the Tao Te Ching. And I would recommend this edition. This is from Uncle Buck's library, the library I inherited. This is the foreign language press edition by the professor Feng Yu Lan. And this is great. Sometimes you just buy the book because the intros are so excellent. This was a philosopher who spent so much of his life trying to translate the wisdom of China to Western audiences. And so he's this genius guy at doing that. It's, funny, too, ironic sometimes. One of the points he makes is that Chinese philosophy is often seen as not advancing very quickly. And he said it's not really true. It's that the commentaries usually on these thinkers are what taking the philosophy to the next level. And in the West, when you write your philosophy, you come up with a new name for it. William James called his thinking pragmatism, but he said this is really old stuff that I'm kind of reworking. But you had to come up with a new name for it to stick. And in China, you don't. You do your commentaries on the great thinkers, and that's what keeps the field developing, and really it's a whole new field of thinking sometimes when you're commenting on the old wise masters. So anyway, this is really great because you get to see more of the development of the thinking of the Tao. It took a long time, it took centuries for this to really crystallize into the religion of balance that we think of today. That was, 7th century or something like that. So hundreds and hundreds of years. And so it's very cool to see the wisdom growing out of the original work of Lao Tzu and the Tao Te Ching through this into what becomes a full-fledged religion. So this on its own is very much worth reading and a great piece to dive into if you want to deepen your knowledge of these classics.